Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So yesterday we had a cryptic message alluding to a particular character coming to the game, and it has now been confirmed thanks to the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts. So one of the things that we knew was from the V-Jump scan we were getting a brand new unit. Specifically it was Super Saiyan 2 CAULIFLA Kale Assist, and we do have confirmation of that coming to the game as well, but we also have the confirmation of the next sparking unit alongside them, which is none other than God of Destruction, Toppo. So again, thanks to the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts, we do have gameplay. So let's take a look.
No escape! Alright! It's about time to finish this! Here I come! Too slow! Eat this! I'm merely thankful I didn't get destroyed.
CAULIFLA! I'm shifting this up in here. This is it! Follow your lead, Rock Cannon! Let's go! Kale, right! Put me and Kale together and what do you get? The strongest Saiyans around!
So now that we've seen what they can do, let's break it down. Starting off with Toppo, it says, God of Destruction Toppo is coming. When he enters the battlefield, he restores his own ki by 20, randomly draws one card if he has 3 or less, and inflicts all enemies with 2 sub-counts, activates 4 times. Take down enemies with incredible firepower and defense. So when it comes down to Toppo, the one thing I did notice is that he doesn't have blast armor. I would have expected as much, seeing that he's surrounding himself in destructive energy, so I guess to quote-unquote give off that effect, it would have made sense to have him have blast armor on strike at the very least, but ultimately it is what it is, right? Now, he enters the battlefield and he restores his ki by 20, which is always a good thing. Again, the more ki that you have, the greater chance you have of being able to utilize the combo. That's good. Randomly draws one card if he has 3 or less, still always good. Usually if you swap him in after doing a combo with another unit, he'll have a guaranteed card to use. Granted, I guess it will depend, because you could have like a low amount of ki, you throw him in and then you get a special move card and you can't use it because you have less than 50, right? So things like that, you'd be kind of screwed unless you strategize how you combo the opponent. But in a general retrospect, more than likely you're going to get a strike or a blast card and you can combo from there and keep it going. So in a general retrospect, that's actually a good ability. It's never really been a bad ability. And inflicts all enemies with 2 sub counts, activates 4 times. This can, well, okay, the way how it's worded is weird, right? Because it says it inflicts all enemies with 2 sub counts, but that it doesn't really clarify, right? It doesn't say that if it's when he hops in, they all automatically get 2 sub counts, so the opponent who's in is trapped, or they get the sub counts after they swap out, right? But I'm leaning towards that this will trap the opponent in, which is cool. And especially because the fact that it's limited to 4 times, it's more than likely trapping in the opponent, which is still good, because those 2 timer counts, especially if you have a combo going, or maybe you throw Toppo in, you manage to get your opponent to vanish, and there's like 1 timer count left, you can probably follow up accordingly, maybe if you have like Rising Rush or something along those lines. But to be able to take advantage of that slim amount of time to be able to follow up with something is still a really, really good thing. Now, it says to take down enemies with incredible firepower and defense. I'm gonna be honest with you, with how God of Destruction Toppo was in the anime, if he's not a range type, something is wrong. Like, let's be serious now. This man literally was throwing Hakai left and right during the Tournament of Power. So it would only make sense for him to be a range type. If he's not, I guess, but if he's a defense type, I'm actually gonna be kind of thrown off, right? And it's not as if he's a defense type he would suck, but it's more so because we already have Toppo in the game, and he's already a defense type. So it will be cool to see Toppo in a much more offensive manner instead of just defense. Not saying that the Toppo we have in the game sucks, because he definitely doesn't, but it would be nice to see him be more offensive, if you will. Not only that, we got a glimpse of his moves as well. So his special skill is what I thought his special move would have been, but surprisingly it's not. His special skill is Destructive Fission, and from there it seems as if you're able to follow up as well, because we saw Toppo follow up with Strike Arts, so that's good. So I'm assuming that if you land Destructive Fission, it would more than likely be Strike, Blast, Special Move, of course, and Ultimate Attack. Those are the main things that make sense. Whether or not he'll be able to combo into another special skill is to be determined, but it's clear that his special move is, or special skill, sorry, is Destructive Fission, but his special move is Hawkeye. Now, is it the Hawkeye we all know and love? No, but it's still Hawkeye nonetheless. It would have been cool, like, I don't think they would ever go this far with like a character, right? But it would have been like a cool effect if you end off the battle with Hawkeye, instead of it, you know, like knocking the opponent away like how it usually does when you win a battle, it actually purges them, like they just dissipate, right? That would actually have been really, really cool, but let's be serious now, especially since he's not like an LF unit, he's not getting that kind of special treatment. So it is what it is. His ultimate attack, I have no idea what the name of that move is. I know the grabbing move is a move that he uses in Xenoverse 2, but I don't think that has a name. So we'll find out what the name of his ultimate attack is when these units drop. Now, moving on to the next unit, we have Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Kale Assist. So it says Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla Kale Assist is coming. On her blast arts hit, plus 50 to enemy strike arts cost. Her special arts restores ki and vanishing gauge, activates 3 times, and draws a special move arts card, activates once. She's an excellent all-rounder. Now, first things first, right? I think in terms of 3D Dragon Ball games, right? And obviously excluding Heroes, because Heroes is just its own entity, right? This is the first time that we're getting Super Saiyan Super Saiyan Kale. I was thinking Kefla, then I was thinking Caulifla, but no. This is the first time in a 3D Dragon Ball game, excluding Heroes, that we're getting Super Saiyan Kale, which I think is actually really, really cool, because even though Berserk Kale is like the one that has the most prominence, we never really get to see Super Saiyan Kale in the spotlight, right? So to see her come into the game finally, whilst also being a duo unit, which makes complete sense, is actually really, really cool. Also, I really wanted Kale and Caulifla to be in Xenoverse 2, but that was before Kefla was a thing, then we got Kefla, etc, etc. So it's cool to see Kale in this game as just regular Super Saiyan, where she's in complete control of herself. Now, on their blast arts, plus 50 to enemy strike? Oh my goodness. Okay, so they are straight saboteurs. Like, that is actually really good, especially against units that like prominently benefit off of strike arts. For example, Vegito Blue, where he can literally keep a combo going over and over and over again with strike arts. Is Vegito Blue as crazy as he was a year ago? No, but he does still have usage in this meta. I see a lot of people still use that unit. So units like that really benefit off of that, it'll really be good to see those combos calm down a little bit. But of course, that's if you land the blast arts. On top of that, her special arts restores her ki and vanishing gauge, and it activates 3 times, which is good. Again, it gives you the ability to utilize more combos, and it gives you the ability to be able to get out of the way of an attack or potential rising rush or ultimate attack, etc, etc. Always a good thing. And she draws a special move arts card, and it activates once. And I'm assuming that's tied in with the special skill, which is good, which means that if you tie everything properly, you have a guaranteed shot of a special move, which is awesome. Now, it's actually really nice to see that for her special move and for her ultimate attack, they both have blast armor. So you do have that leeway, and that helps out a bit more if you use the special skill at least once to get that special move. So you have a solid option in neutral, because that blast armor definitely comes in clutch. So that's definitely a good thing. Now, the real thing about all of this is, right, I'm actually really hyped for both of these units. But we have more details on Kale and Caulifla because we do know from B-Jump that Kale and Caulifla are yellow units. So the big question is, what element factor is Toppo going to be? And there's actually a few that I could potentially see it be. One is a red unit, right? One is a red unit, and that's because like Bergamo and Dispo are the red units for Rival Universe, but there could be better units. Like they have their uses. Like I've seen people bring Bergamo and Dispo in this current meta and still make them work, not knocking down what they can provide, but we can absolutely get a better red Rival Universe unit, and I think Toppo would be a perfect fit for that. But that would also make him a direct counter to Vegeta, which we literally just got, and I'm not sure if they would want to do that. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's like if he's a red unit, that's great, but then it might diminish Vegeta. But the flip side to that is Vegeta's special move literally neutralizes element factor, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen when he neutralizes element factor, he hits red units very hard. So that's one thing that they could get away with. But if not a red unit, maybe, well, no, I was gonna say purple, but we still have hit, right? And hit is still pretty solid. I don't think yellow either because we also have Champa, and Champa's still really good. So I don't know, maybe a blue unit, because now that I think about it, the main blue unit for Rival Universe, ironically, is Toppo. So I don't think that they would make him blue though, because I don't think they would want to replace Toppo with Toppo. That wouldn't really make sense, but who knows? But my main two guesses for right now would be either red or purple, and especially again because Kale and Caulifla we know are yellow units. But again, only time will tell. Seeing that we got the gameplay now, we're more than likely getting these units later on tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I know that we had the maintenance notice in the news section, and oh no, yeah, that's right, yeah, it is tonight. So tonight we will be getting these units, and hopefully we'll be able to see what Rival Universe can do with some brand new units. But this is a fairly long video. There was a lot to talk about, but I do want to know what you guys think about Caulifla with the Kale assist, as well as God of Destruction Toppo in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.